Bitcoin is about to start ripping people's faces off, and all I gotta say is you better be positioned and be prepared to take advantage of this, because if you're not, well, you don't have a whole lot of time left. So I suggest you watch this video to see exactly how to be prepared for what's coming. So anyways, let's like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely turn on the notification bell because these videos are extremely time sensitive. But anyways, let's get into the video. Hey guys, before we get started, I just wanted to offer you access to my exclusive Wolfpack Discord group that's now based on WAP. Basically what you're gonna get in here is something I call the Quantum Cipher Report. This allows you to steal and copy all of my trades and learn my exact trading system. Every Monday, I'm gonna give you the best crypto altcoin picks that are getting ready for explosive moves. I'm also going to give you the best trade setups in forex, futures, and CFDs as well. You have to be a multi-asset trader if you truly want to take advantage of the entire trading environment as a whole. Not only that, you're going to get access to the Discord, all of my courses, over 30 hours of recorded educational content, in addition to my trading view degenerate indicators. Okay, so if you want access to my WAP, there's going to be a link below. Join the Wolfpack and get all of the best trading picks in crypto, forex, and futures sent to you every Monday. On top of that, 30 hours of educational content so you can learn my entire system, all for one low monthly price. I'll see you there. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Bitcoin has been stuck in this range on the weekly chart for way too freaking long. And it's been a grueling past, year, since basically the beginning of the year. It had done nothing but go sideways. In fact, Bitcoin has been sideways while basically altcoins, if you look at ETH BTC, this is just been absolutely eating shit. So while Bitcoin has been sideways, Ethereum and other alts have just been absolutely getting clobbered. If you look at others, we can see that this chart is down by 50-60%. This is basically the total market cap, excluding the top 10 of all altcoins. So it's been a bit of a rough year for anyone who's been looking for altcoins to trade because Bitcoin hasn't done anything and it's been sideways. But now Bitcoin is officially potentially breaking out of a major pattern that could be triggering finally the 100K move that all the influencers were talking about 3 years ago. That now it's 3 years later, 2 years later, that we might actually get it. And I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, you must understand how crypto cycles work. I have a whole other video of this, so I will just kind of go over in quick detail how this works, but I'll link this other video below. Here's what happens every Bitcoin cycle. Bitcoin goes on a massive epic bender until it finally breaks down the 50-day moving average. And when it breaks down the 50-day moving average, typically this results in sometimes a near-term 30 to 40% drop before a temporary bounce, and then a 70-90% drop, which then lasts between 300 to 700 days. The last cycle that this happened, it lasted about 700 days. Basically from here up until the next level of the breakout, that was like, I don't know how many days. How many days is this? From here to finally breaking out. I can't read this, guys. I can't read this. 700 days to be exact. Okay, that is a long time to be sitting on your hands and getting your ass reamed by negative 80% downside. So for the most part, when you're looking at the altcoins and altcoin cycle in general, after this 50-day moving average breaks down, you can literally do nothing and just be like, you know what, I'm going to do nothing in crypto. And you can, there's definitely opportunities, but if you think you're going to buy and hodl altcoins, you can't. That doesn't work anymore. You have to look for other strategies, just getting in and getting out for scalping and short-term swing trading opportunities, which there's definitely possible money to be made. But most people involved in crypto are looking for what? They're looking for altcoins to buy to go up. But this was 700 days of down and sideways, okay? What happens after that is what we call a revival pattern, where we have a flat top breakout formation that then triggers the beginning of the next bull market. Finally, we have a survival pattern, which is an in-between pattern, and then we have the force pattern at the top. Right now, Bitcoin is in the long-term force pattern. Boom, getting ready to break all-time highs. We have the ascending trend leading into that. We can see here on the weekly chart, this was the revival pattern, right? That began the actual bull run here. When this broke out above 31K, that was the beginning of the bull run. And if we look at the daily chart here, we can see what happened when the 50-day moving average broke down. And you can look back many times when this occurs. 50-day moving average breakdown, that was the first signal. That was like a 40-50% drop. That was the first initiation of the trend ending. Then it broke down again here, and that was a 70-90% drop over the course of 700 days. Now, if we look again, this current cycle after the revival, we went on an epic run. We broke the 50-day moving average. We didn't see a massive pullback on Bitcoin, but that breakdown of the 50-day moving average resulted in the bear market of altcoins. Altcoins dropped basically 70 to 80% after that happened, while Bitcoin remained the same. And that is exactly why ETH BTC, which is basically just showing the price of Ethereum per coin of Bitcoin, absolutely ate shit. I think that's down like 60%. Okay, so we literally went into a bear market in the altcoins outside of Bitcoin. Just 1 second there, guys. You're probably wondering, where can you trade all these altcoins? There's this new broker called Blowfin, and it's actually a little bit mind-blowing because not only do they have all the best altcoins to trade that you would see on your major exchanges, they also have a huge list of coins that aren't at the major exchanges. And it's sometimes those little nitty-gritty degenerate coins that have the biggest ROI and the biggest returns. Okay, so this is actually the platform. You can go into futures or trading spot. I trade both futures and spot, but it's actually a really, really sleek platform with a shitload of actual coins to trade on here to choose from. Okay, and that's one of the biggest hurdles that a lot of people face is they don't have the coins that they want to trade. Blowfin has one of the widest array of altcoins to trade in both spot and futures. Another major thing about it is that there's no KYC registration required to actually trade, deposit, and withdraw on your account. That is one of the biggest hurdles for most traders out there. And so that is where Blowfin kind of stands out above the rest. Not only does it have a huge variety of coins, there's also no KYC required. So use my link below to get access to Blowfin. I promise you it's going to be a really good experience. And I do really like the platform, especially since there's so many variety of altcoins to trade. What are we trying to do? We're trying to find all the best opportunities. Check out Blowfin below. But if we look at Bitcoin now, again, if we look at how these cycles work, we're in the phase 3. Now, once we break out of this, once we see the 50-day moving average breakdown again, walk away, lock in your profits because we're likely going to see a 70-90% drop for 300 to 700 days, however long that's going to happen. A lot of people are always like, well, it's going to go to 300,000 or 500,000. Listen, it's going to go up until it breaks this trend. So you can be bullish as long as it's trending. Once that 50-day moving average breaks, you should be very cautious because that typically ends the cycle and then everything resets. But right now we are at the beginning of the phase 3. So looking at the daily chart here, let's just kind of rewind what we were looking at here. And at this point right here, prior to this, we were in a bearish market structure, right? We had a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And it wasn't until fast forwarding, we created a new break of this structure right here that I finally flipped back to the bulls and started actually getting ready to accumulate. We can see once that broke, that is now a shift of structure because this new lower high is no longer a new lower high. It's now a higher high. And that break of structure is what signified it was time to buy the next instances of demand, which if we look at the chart here, this was the daily demand level of which price dipped right into, of which we started accumulating a lot here. If you look at the QCR, the Quantum Cipher Report, this is where I alert everyone of exactly what I'm doing and what I'm buying and why. You can see here, like looking at YGG, for instance, you can see at that point in time, after Bitcoin broke that structure, all the altcoins were looking like this at resistance. And I was looking for price to come back into weekly levels of support in demand to then buy the dip. And that's basically what happened here as price came back into those levels. Now Bitcoin's pumping. Alts are slacking a little bit behind, but it's the same exact thing. If you look at the Ethereum chart, Ethereum actually came back down, retested into weekly demand, and now is bouncing up and now is forming what we call a revival pattern. If we go back to this, Ethereum is in a different stage. Ethereum is now at the base here of phase 1, which is the revival. Then we have phase 2 survival and then phase 3 force. So we're in 2 different stages. Bitcoin is in phase 3, Ethereum is down here, and altcoins are in phase 1. So they have a lot of upside. But once Bitcoin breaks the 50-day moving average, after this run, we need to be extremely cautious. But you can see we're still in pre-breakout zone, especially on Ethereum here, of the actual phase 1 revival breakout pattern. So there's still time to buy. There's still time to actually not be chasing this thing like a moving train. I like to use the analogy of, especially when I send out these alerts on Quantum Cipher, a lot of traders are going to give you like real time, like, hey, I just bought, don't really know why. You're going to have to go figure it out yourself. I give you weeks in advance, sometimes ahead of the schedule of when and where I'm going to be looking to buy and giving you the reason why. A lot of it is just by understanding the simplicity of how these actual cycles work and having the patience for waiting for this actually to come up. But if we look at the daily chart there, that was the structure shift once we had the new higher high. This is actually the Gen Zig trend. It's one of the indicators that is included in the WAP, along with degenerate shift and fear and greed. And so this is actually looking very, very good across the board. We now are shifting daily structure to bullish. Bitcoin is just below ATH. And if we look back at that weekly chart here, guys, that is a beautiful phase 3 force pattern. Boom. This is what we want to see. These are some of the most extremely bullish and powerful patterns. And this is where we see the initiation of those massive, massive bull runs. But you have to be positioned in altcoins if you really want to take advantage of this. I have another video coming out where I'm going to discuss every single one of these trades that I'm in. And again, you're still early. If you're looking at Ethereum here, we're still pre-breakout, right? This was a revival pattern right here that led to a big bull run. We now have a secondary revival pattern in formation that could be leading to the secondary bull run here. But on the flip side, guys, right, there's always the flip side of every trade. If this weekly demand does not hold on Ethereum, we could go back into a bear market, and all this pattern is now invalidated. If this pattern doesn't break out to the upside and it breaks out to the downside, everything's fucked. None of this is happening, okay? If this doesn't hold and doesn't break out and starts breaking back down below this structure here at about 57, 58,000, Bitcoin is fucked. We're probably heading back into a bear market. So those are the if-then statements when it comes to trading. There's always two scenarios that can happen. You always have to prepare for both. Right now, things are looking very bullish. Things are looking in favor of the upside, but that doesn't mean it's guaranteed. The reason why most people lose everything in trading is because they're looking for a sure thing, and there's no fucking thing as that in trading whatsoever. So you have to manage the risk no matter how good things look, and be prepared. Always be prepared for the worst case scenario. That is how you survive. That is how you make money long term. Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.